And so what's it like doing sort of cookery and bringing it into that sort of children's environment?
Well, I found it really fun because Dad's recipes are different. Like, his are a bit more boring, like, and a bit posh, and mine are fun and more, like, child-friendly, so it's easier for everyone to learn from.
Tell me about the kitchen in your house.
The kitchen's very busy. You have Dad trying to, like, rule it and own it, but really you need the best chef.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, and so Mum's probably the one that does the dinner at home at night, so then Dad comes in and takes over halfway.
This is good, I like this.
Comes for all the credit, don't you? He doesn't actually...
Seasoning, that's all, just a touch of seasoning.
You just pop in and do the seasoning.
Just the little glittery bits, you know, the shiny bits.
We should ask you what you're doing here. You put an awful lot of eggs into a pan.
Christmas around our household is crazy. So we start off with a little sort of breakfast. Yeah. But we start that late, so it sort of goes around 11:30. So it's a bit of a sort of early lunch. And then we don't sit down to the turkeys until about 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Really?
So they only eat twice, because you know what it's like, Christmas Day. Pretty manic. So this is a typical scrambled eggs, bacon, and Tilly puts her twist on it with the bacon.
What do you do, Tilly?
So I've made this bacon, well, I'm going to make it into maple syrup bacon. It's something that my brother and I really enjoy.
OK.
And we do it because it gives it a bit of a twist. And it's really delicious.
So we'll let that brown up a little bit whilst you're... Tell me about the perfect scrambled egg.
You didn't scramble... You put the whole eggs into the pan. You didn't put them into a pot beforehand to
well observed. You know, it's a great way of starting scrambled eggs. You know, sometimes when you season it to begin with, the salt breaks down the eggs, makes them really runny, so you can't get that nice texture. So you don't season scrambled eggs until the very last minute. But the secret behind any good scrambled egg is to stop it from overcooking. So we're going to put a little tablespoon of creme fraiche right at the very end. Bacon gets into the pan, non-stick pan, just literally to caramelise. Yeah. And then glaze. 2, 3-day-old croissants, just cut into little sort of rounds, toasted. That's a really nice way of just using leftovers. Yeah. Brioche. Panettone as well works. I know it's a little bit sweet with raisins, but it still works, especially with the younger kids.
Yeah, and with the maple syrup and stuff.
And then Tilly gets all bossy and starts taking over about who's doing what.
I get bossy.
Yeah.
Right, your bacon's looking good now. You take over.
So I'm now just going to... So I'll put some maple syrup into this bowl and then just brush it on. But you don't want to do it too early because otherwise it gets soggy.
And I assume also you've got to be careful it doesn't burn as well because it'll catch on the pan, won't it? A bit sugary. Yeah,
and that's something I need to keep reminding Dad about, not burning his food.
Really? Does he burn a lot? Does he?
This is fantastic.
Does he lose his temper when he's in the kitchen? Does he shout and scream? Does he?
Does he? Well, we all know that, actually. I mean, you make that quite clear on the telly.
And the herbs, Matilda?
Would you mind, please, to chop some of the herbs and put them into there? And then...
Or cut them up, maybe.
And what herbs are they? You've got dill... Oh, what is that? Is that dill?
Oh, well.
Yeah, we've got some dill.
What are you putting the dill in?
So we're going to put that on top of the scrambled eggs.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Just a finishing touch. Now that bacon looks lovely.
And so who cooks the turkey in your house, then? Because there's quite a few chefs in your house now.
There is.
Mum cooks the turkey.
Does she?
She's the best at it.
Is she?
Yeah.
Has your dad ever had any cooking disasters, Philly, that you need to tell us about?
Well, he's nearly set a studio on fire.
Matilda.
Tell us everything. Do feel free to tell us everything. We won't mind.
He burns a lot. Like, he burns a lot of...
Oops.
Well, he's burnt... What have you burnt before?
Well, you know, sometimes it's down to the oven regulation, as you know, Holly, and you put it in, you get distracted, you take a call, you come back, and it's like charcoal.
Yeah.
However...
We've all been there.
It's how you finish, yeah, not how you start. So, you know, I quite like coming back from disaster sometimes because it makes you...
Where would you like the herbs?
That's going to go in there in a minute.
OK.
I'm going to show you a little trick now, just with the scrambled eggs. So... The most important thing now...
Until I left home, I never had scrambled egg that wasn't made in the microwave.
No, really?
I'm not joking, always. And my sister still does it like that. My mum actually doesn't like my scrambled egg. She still likes it in the microwave.
Your mum is a very wise lady. However, I think the thing is, when you see and taste the texture of this thing, so look already.
I know, I know.
There's no salt in there. And we're going to use a little bit of the smoked salmon. May I pass just a little slither?
Just the one?
Yeah, just a little bit. And what I'll do...
Fingers.
No, that's fine.
There you go.
What I'll do is break that up.
Oh, you're putting it straight in there?
That's going to help to season it. So the salt from the salmon will season it.
Oh, I like that.
Touch of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then this is the magic, a little bit of creme fraiche.
And what does that do?
That stops it from cooking.
Because it takes the temperature down.
That's right, takes the temperature down and then makes it nice and light and creamy. So,
oh
look
my
at that.
gosh. That's super. When I thought you were doing scrambled egg, I thought, well, what else can you do with scrambled
precisely.
egg? But actually, when
Gordon
you
Ramsay
do
we're
it like
talking
this,
about.
I know.
If you just
That is a bit
look at
special.
that.
Tilly, what do you like cooking your dad? What's his favourite food that you cook him?
He likes baked beans on toast a lot.
Do you?
Do you have simple food when you're at home?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is much more simple.
If it's up to Dad for cooking dinner, it'll probably just be like beans and eggs on toast.
Do you add anything to your beans? What fancy pants stuff do you add in there
Terrible.
then?
You know, every time we come back from the US, we bring some sriracha.
What's that?
It's a really nice, sort of amazing sort of spicy sort of chili sauce. And then from that, what we do is just finish it with a little bit of
Look at
almost
that.
like a sort of spicy ketchup. Now, that
Oh my
has
gosh,
to be...
this is-
Oh, my goodness me.
Just a little touch of lemon. Why do you put lemon on there, Tills? Just to give it a little...
It gives it a little like zing.
A little zing.
lift.
Okay.
When
Thank
are you
you.
next on the telly
Okay.
with your show?
So season 2 is coming out. It's going to air around springtime.
Yeah. And what about
So-
you? What's next? What's next for you?
To start the production for MasterChef, beginning of next year, February. Halfway through Junior now. And then we just finished that delightful little fly-on-the-wall documentary in Hotel Hell.
Oh.
I
Yes.
love it.
Not to
Wow,
forget that black
those
light when
eggs.
checking into those rooms.
Yeah.
Important.
I also love the fact that they don't listen to you either.
No, that's frustrating. And they asked me in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes I put that black light on, it does look like the inside of Star Wars.
Do you think you're going to take over from him?
Hopefully one day.
I think it's begun, hasn't it, Tilly?
Yeah.
As a combination,
the
you
maple
are
syrup
perfect,
on
both
that
of you.
bacon is incredible.
Is it?
Absolutely
Really
lovely.
delicious.
Thank you, guys.
Lovely.
Have a lovely Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.